just because you have a knife plunged in my chest and I'm bleeding out everywhere and I'm coughing up blood and stuff, that doesn't mean you killed me. It's only attempted murder. It's not that big of a deal.
And welcome to the podcast.
Yeah.
We've got quite the topic of today. He's back after months of from ditching the first
years.
after months after ditching the first podcast we came back to. It's Jack. Woo, Jack. Woo.
I didn't realize you were waiting on me to say something.
I was trying to think if I was going to say OreoDayz, but then I couldn't remember your new.
He was thinking about all the insults he could go. Yeah.
The new tags. Didn't you come up with a new username recently?
Nah, I still go by.
Death by Cookies.
No, that was my old one. Right, that's like 15 years old.
I mean, still very relevant though.
You could reuse usernames, like you could just circle around to it. It's new.
Well, I've
again.
only had like 3 or 4 usernames total.
I think I've only ever had the one. Actually, I take that back. I've had 2 because there was some weird like Planet Earth username I got. But I can't remember that
one of my usernames was because Xbox, when I tried to change it, it was like, nah, you can't have that, even though no one else was using it. So it just gave me a different name.
Yeah, it was Spars Mars for quite a while, I remember.
Yours was Spars Mars, Gavin?
I do not remember that.
What were
I think it was.
I don't recall.
I had Xbox growing up, so I wouldn't know.
I think that was the default it gave me on Xbox, and I was like, all right.
Right, you had a couple because you went by your brother's on the Xbox.
No, that's his account. That wasn't my account.
Yeah, but you played on it, so technically you went by it.
Yep.
True.
Transitive properties.
Oh, okay.
And then your username is just a knockoff of his.
It is, because he helped me create my account on the Xbox. Hence my name formed. I think he also helped me get a Steam account. We got my brilliant name from.
I didn't get any help setting up my Steam account. I had to figure that shit out completely on my own. I was on my own when setting up my Steam.
I wanted to play Dungeon Defenders on not the Xbox, so I got it on Steam, and that's why I made a Steam account.
Didn't you
I think
get
I
it
just
on
followed
Xbox?
everybody migrating.
Yeah.
And I still play Dungeon Defenders.
The same version of Dungeon Defenders, or they're not made any
No,
new
like they came out with an update and it added a new hardest difficulty. But me having a 10-year-old account, I beat one of the hardest maps on like my second try.
Who new hardest difficulty? Just a new map. It's no challenge.
Well, it's the same maps. They just added a new difficulty.
Oh.
But
So
that
he's
means,
excited.
I could put another 3,000 hours into it with a new difficulty.
True. So you can insta win the game. It's not good enough.
No, that's not good enough. I need to have like my stats are like top 95%. I want to get like top 0.95%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, should we get into the topic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jack.
So, Jack has been in Ireland, and he went to Japan immediately after going to Ireland.
Well, no, I was in Ireland for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I went to Japan for 2 weeks, and I went back to Ireland for a week. But
That's what it does.
Yeah.
Tell us all the amazing shenanigans and hootenannies, and tell us all the fantastic tales that went on in Ireland and Japan and Ireland again.
Well, while I was in Ireland, my granddad was there, and then he wasn't there because, I watched him die. And then going to Japan, one of the first days I was there, my sister wanted to get some boba. And I was sitting down, and I noticed this guy staring at me. And then he pretended to take photos of like the pictures in the restaurant. And then he came up to me and he's like, "Hey, you look like this guy on my phone." And he showed me his phone, and it was Harry Potter. He's like, "Can I take a photo with you?" I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Famous mom.
My god!
Was it a tourist or was it some random Japanese dude?
No, it's some Japanese guy.
Did he speak English or did
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
Spoken enough to say that, I guess.
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, where are you
gosh.
from?" I said, "Oh, American." He's like, "Oh," and he showed me his phone, and his lock screen was the Statue of Liberty.
I think he just found.
Dedicated.
I think he just found the Japanese equivalent of an American weeb. Whatever you call the reversal of a weeb.
Wait,
Saw what he thought was an American, just started hopping up and down.
is this the first interaction you had?
No, it was like day 2 or 3.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
You should have Uno reversed him and been like, "Oh, you look like this guy," and showed him a picture like Jackie Chan or something. Can I take a picture with you?
Oh my god.
oh gosh, how to get beat up instantly.
I don't think Jack looks like Harry Potter all that much, so I don't know.
Yeah, dude. I don't think I
Were you
do
wearing
either.
glasses?
When am I not wearing glasses?
I haven't seen Jack in like. I haven't seen you in probably like 8 years, so I have no idea what you look like now.
Doesn't really look
My
much
version of
different.
you is like.
Is
What?
this picture? On
I
the
don't-
screen?
yeah, I
why
think
does the
all of
Japanese
us-
guy get a racist pass. And that
We all look the same from 8 years ago, Max.
True, it's probably not that different.
just
Okay, if you
fatter.
saw Riley's younger brother, you think that was Riley.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How many times do I have to say this? He doesn't look that much like me. Okay?
Riley,
does.
he looks identical.
Riley, he was starting to look like you last time I saw him. Which was like,
We could recreate the videos, the whatever things that we were talking about. We could recreate it with him, and it's like the same guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
we can
people
have
like,
time travel.
whoa,
We go back
that
in
guy.
time to young Riley.
Yeah, it'd be like, man, that guy's got good genes. He didn't change it all in 10 years.
Age a day.
You know, the funny thing is, he inherited my clothes because apparently I just leave
Oh,
clothes
no.
at my house.
That does
So-
not help,
No,
Riley.
Riley,
So-
that's not how you say it. He inherited your genes.
Yeah, he
You share the
inherited.
genes.
It's mainly the shirts, but
Oh.
I just notice him like every time I go back, he's wearing a familiar shirt. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I have a shirt like that. He's like, well, you did.
Oh, you mean
It's
my shirt?
mine now.
Gosh, I had bought
Finders keepers, bro.
I had bought a shirt in college. Somehow left it at my house, in the place, and then
And your brother put it on, and everybody thought he was you. Oh, okay.
and then no, like 2 years later, he's wearing the shirt, and I'm like, when did I lose this shirt? I thought I still had the shirt. So it's fun, I guess, in that sense. The best part is one of my cousins called Shane me. He said, "Hi, Riley." So that means I made a better impression. Normally it's the other way around. Normally all of my siblings' friends call me Shane, and it was quite the turnaround, and it actually kind of made my day that he's having to endure the torture of being
This is what it's like.
yeah, in my shadow, if you will. But in conclusion, he looks close,
Exactly
but
like
not
you, right?
exactly. We both have
No, he looks-
glasses.
He looks exactly like you, minus like 4 years.
He's got
Yeah.
wilder hair.
He probably has like 3 hairs on his face too. Just like
He has
you.
to shave a lot more than me. Like,
Oh, that's sad, Riley. That is sad.
I haven't shaved in a week.
Yeah, neither have
I'm really
I.
shaggy. I'm really shaggy on my face.
oh gosh, I thought he had been growing out his sideburns, and he's like, "No, I shaved them this morning." Like, oh
Oh,
gosh.
that's my growth for a month. That's yesterday.
So yeah, so he's got the hair gene that I didn't really
skipped you. You gave your hair jeans to him.
Yeah, I don't actually like facial hair that much, so
Yeah, neither do I.
Me
I just
neither.
haven't shaved in like a week. And
I like
you
me
can't
with
just-
facial hair.
You can't just say you don't like facial hair. You're biased.
I'm not a fan. I'm not as somebody who actually has facial hair. I can agree.
Why are we saying I'm biased here?
I
Well, 'cause
like,
you
Yeah.
can't say you don't
I
like,
like
it's like,
messing
well,
with it.
you know,
I have to shave like
'cause
twice a
I
week.
know that you don't.
I
Like
got unlucky though. I got brown hair, but like half my beard is red beard syndrome. I got
God, I have
kinda
that
unlucky.
too. I
You
hate
have
it so much.
red beards?
Yeah, like my goatee area is red.
Yep,
Really?
mine too.
Yeah.
Yep, mine too.
I
It sucks.
wait, did I
Imagine if-
see this last time I saw you in person?
Why? I
think
shaved.
You didn't have a beard the last time we saw.
Oh, okay. Because my colorblindness
I could-
could be acting
If
up.
it was one color, it'd be fine. But I got multicolored beard.
Oh, okay. Is that I guess
Jack,
I should have
would you-
asked what,
Jack,
what red
Jack, would you
beard
rather-
syndrome is.
Would you rather it be white like your mom's hair?
Well, I mean, it probably will be in like 30 years.
3 years.
Only the current red
30.
parts will turn white, and everything else will stay the same.
I'd just add another color in there.
triple color.
Wow, tricolor beard. That's crazy.
That would be crazy, man. How'd we get
Yeah,
all
for
the
my
duck?
mom. For my mom. What?
Everybody's talking now.
Max, does that mean that you have blonde beard syndrome?
Who's talking to who? There's a lot going on.
We're talking to you. Do you have blonde beard syndrome or brunette beard syndrome?
No, it's just all red.
So he has red.
Yeah, he's
red beard
he's
syndrome.
My dad has the red hair thing with his beard, but his hair is like brown. His hair used to be red when he was like my age or a little younger, but
then
He's
he
ended up
gained
going
a
away.
full.
his
Yeah, I
his
wish he was
injuries
just
have
one
healed. He was cured at a young
Yeah, that'd
age.
be nice.
I'm terminal, so
Oh gosh.
You
I
know,
was gonna say when Jack said he went to Ireland and then Japan and then Ireland, the first thing that came to mind was just the Madagascar penguins when they get to Antarctica and they're just standing there. It's like, well, this sucks. I just imagine that's what happened when he got to Japan. He's like, yeah, I'm going back.
I'm going back.
no, it's because it's cheaper to get a return flight, so it was just cheaper to go back to
Was it cheaper? Or were it
Ireland
just
and
too many
then
people were
go.
trying to take your picture.
2 one-way flights is more expensive than 1 round-trip flight.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Because you'd have to get citizenship, right?
well, no, it's
No?
just cheaper
What?
doing a it's just cheaper doing a
Oh,
round
God.
trip. That has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I would want
You have to
vacation.
become a
You're
citizen of
citizen.
any area you travel to before
Well,
you travel and after.
no, that's if you get the one-way ticket, you know? If you have the
Oh.
one-way ticket, you're stuck there, right?
90 different countries.
You could get another ticket if you
Yeah.
have money to do it.
But you can't get money if you're not a citizen, according to Riley, probably.
Get yourself deported. Easy as that.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jack.
there you go.
If you started doing paid signatures there, would you have to pay like Japanese taxes?
Paid signature, what, as Harry Potter?
Yes, Harry Potter.
Yeah, just pretend that you're Harry Potter.
Yes,
I don't think that would work.
You'd fool one person.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah. Did anybody else say you looked like Harry Potter?
no, just that one guy.
That's the one.
One guy that kept looking at you.
Yeah, like
from
I
what
was standing
know,
outside the restaurant because I didn't want no bubble tea, and my sister went in, and I noticed him like staring at me. It's like, okay, whatever. And then she came out. She's like, she came out of the restaurant. She's like, hey, there's no one sitting down. Let's go sit down. I said, okay. And then I went down to sit down, and I saw him following me.
Oh,
And he didn't get
gosh.
anything to drink. He was just staring at the pictures on the wall, and he's taking photos of them. I was like, okay, this is kind of weird.
Oh,
And then he came up to me.
Trying to build up the courage.
Any
to talk
other-
to celebrities.
any other,
oh my god, oh my god.
from what I understand
Harry
of
Potter's
Japanese,
yeah.
from what I understand of Japanese culture, that guy is a bit of a weird except. Well, I don't. Probably shouldn't say.
According to
weird.
American culture, he's pretty weird too, I think.
No, I mean I mean, because like in Japan, a lot of people tend to keep to themselves if they don't know other people. Yeah. So
What
like
if that person's famous?
I don't know.
That's
I'm
fair.
not
They
Japanese.
probably see a lot
Apparently,
of
he went to Japan once, and there was a lot of people there to see him.
Oh, I
The
thought you
real
were
Harry
talking
Potter.
about the guy that came.
No,
I should
I don't know.
Japan a lot.
Yeah, this Japanese Harry Potter fan went to Japan once.
He never left. Crazy.
He didn't get the return.
Yeah,
went there once.
he got the one way.
Yeah.
He ran out of money.
He aspires to work with J.K. Rowling to write the Japanese branch of the Harry Potter universe. England has Hogwarts. The America has the magical beast, and Japan has something.
I don't know
Yeah.
what they have.
The American wizards had guns.
Oh, that is true.
I like to imagine they did.
Well, Fantastical Beasts was in America.
Yeah, but it
I
was
don't
based
remember.
off a British person.
Yeah,
British person came to America and caused a lot of mischief.
Like, why wasn't he like if I was an American wizard, I'd have like an American flag cape, and I'd just be like,
I'd have an American wand.
"Ooh, do you want to? Oh, right here's a burger," and I just spawned in a burger for him.
That might have been before burgers became popular, because that was like
What?
Burgers.
And it's a crap movie then.
Yeah, before they founded Hamburg, Germany, Harry Potter was made.
Before the hamburger attacks, we had no
Before-
such thing.
I guess
Wait,
before
burgers-
McDonald's.
Before burgers became popular in America? Are you
Yeah,
sure?
like before they were everywhere. Like there wasn't fast food at the time that took place.
Oh, this wouldn't be fast food. He'd be spawning like dual layer.
No, whoa. Back this up. Sorry, I'm now realizing what Jack is saying. You got the timeline of the movie
Bunch of
completely
nonsense.
wrong. You got the timeline of the movie was like during, isn't it World War II?
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's like no fast food. Burgers aren't as popular as they are today.
Whoa. Well, it's time for Riley's favorite segment of the podcast. Ask Google if
God.
Jack is wrong. Oh, what-
Crazy.
Hey man, I didn't see no
when
McDonald's.
did burgers
I mean,
become
McDonald's-
popular in America?
McDonald's and stuff probably existed around that time, but they probably weren't big enough to be considered
Okay.
a food
Using
chain.
our good buddy AI, the hamburger's
yeah.
popularity in the United States began in the 1850s with the addition of the bun, which made it possible to eat the food quickly.
Oh, we added the buns. Of course we did.
Green burgers and no
America's all
buns.
about the
And
buns.
By the late 1880s, hamburger, steak were popular. 1920s, burgers were commonly served at diners. First hamburger restaurant chain was White Castle that opened in 1921.
Damn,
And
Jack.
the 1950s, burgers were considered a symbol of American culture and fast food.
Hey,
so you're thinking of
yeah,
the
but-
fast food burger.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
incorrect.
Whatever you say, that makes me sound more correct. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you
I
go.
guess that I'm going to be spawning White Castles if I'm on. You want a crave case? Here's a crave case. Everyone wants a crave case.
Dude, if I could just spawn a White Castle with a snap of my fingers, that would suck because I don't know how to snap. But if I could just...
You not know the snap.
It took me a long time to learn how to snap. It wasn't until I worked at Menards where I learned how to snap.
I can't
If I
whistle.
could just
No, I can't
learn
whistle.
how to
I can
will-
snap
Wait.
really good.
If I could just learn how to will a White Castle burger into existence, that's where
Wait,
I.
what am I thinking that I can't? Oh, I can't roll my tongue. I can't do that.
Most
You can do
white
that.
people can't.
That?
Oh, I can't do that either. I was just talking about like the
Oh.
the tongue muscle.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
most
have that
most
skill.
white people can't.
Rigatoni.
I just think of
Yeah, because there's no like.
There's no sound.
Yeah.
English.
Yeah, unless you're like in the super posh fucking crowd.
No, I don't think they do that either.
According to the stereotypes, they do.
Yeah, that's like Spanish. They do that. Spanish language.
Yeah.
True.
I think other languages do that too, Jack.
Yeah.
I know, but that was just an example.
I
'Cause
guess.
I think that's the second biggest language in the United States.
Yeah, because what?
I mean,
It's either Spanish
every-
because we're next to Mexico or French Canadian.
Yeah.
I can't speak
Can't-
any three
Okay,
of
well,
those
that's,
languages.
all right, that's not even on the
Canada
list.
Hey, Canada is forced to learn like French in their schools because you got localized by the French.
Yeah,
They got
probably.
colonized by French.
Do they still do that?
Riley, it goes English,
so.
Spanish, Chinese, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and then
What?
French,
I think it's Tagalog.
Filipino.
The language.
Oh. My uncle speaks Filipino.
I don't.
Me
I don't
neither.
either.
Want to know a fun story?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
So, this was in what? Well,
I
9th
don't
or
know.
10th. I can never remember. No, it was men's choir, so it was 9th grade. I won't
Just say high
his
school.
full name. Yeah, in high school, kid named Paul.
Oh, who's that freak?
He was also in the choir, and
God.
I remember I had at the time
Is this the
zero
Paul-
idea what.
Is this the Paul we knew, or is this a different?
No, this is a different one. I mean, you might have like known.
I might be the same Paul. If
he
I'm
was
thinking
like
right.
smaller. He had red hair.
No, definitely not the Paul we know.
Oh,
No, yeah,
you're
it's-
thinking of Paulino?
Yeah.
Yeah, different Paul.
That's the
Different
first Paul I thought of.
I was
Um,
thinking of a different Paul.
Dude, he's buff now. He's like a bodybuilder.
Oh.
I'm not. But at the time, I had like no idea what South Park was, and
Oh, fair.
he really liked to sing the song, which I in later years learned from South Park, which is singing. It's a song about blaming Canada for things. So it's blame Canada, and he would always sing that tagline from the song. And so for the longest time, I just thought he had like this burning hatred of Canada for no reason. I was like, damn, this kid is like hating. Like every time I see him, he's like, blame. Like every
Super
single time.
anti-Canadian.
I was like, what did they do to him?
I don't know if that's the worst song he could have picked from that movie.
Forced me to drink maple
could've-
syrup.
He could have picked "Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker. You're a boner biting bastard, Uncle Fucker."
Yeah, I don't think that one fits the high school very
No,
well.
he couldn't be singing that one out loud.
I mean, elementary schoolers were singing it in the movie, Riley. So how do you splice that?
That's fictional and meant for adults.
Preschoolers are voiced by a 40-year-old, probably.
Well, those fictional kids watched an adult movie. That's where they learned that song from. Checkmate,
Yeah,
bitch.
you got me.
Yeah, that's. I always think that's funny.
Right,
Every time I think of Blame Canada, I think of him, and I'm like, damn, yep. I
Speaking
just
of
thought he hated Canada.
Speaking of adult movies, which kids shouldn't have seen but probably did anyways, you guys remember the hit 2016 classic Sausage Party?
No, I
I've got
never
a
watched
story
it.
about that too.
My brothers watched it. They
Apparently-
said that I should.
That was great to see in the theaters. Not gonna lie.
I think it was on Netflix for a while.
It's one of those movies which it's the novelty's fine the first time you watch it. After that, you realize how kind of bad the movie is.
I was
it's
just
on
talking
Netflix.
about all the kids being escorted out by their parents because they didn't know what they were getting themselves into.
Anyways, did you guys know that Amazon made a show adaptation, a sequel show to Sausage Party?
Wow, I can't wait to not watch that.
Apparently, it sucks major balls.
Crazy.
Who could have imagined?
Super low quality too, like the animation.
Like you thought the animation quality on the Megamind TV show, which is
Hashtag
also
not
pretty
my
bad,
Megamind.
was bad.
Hashtag
Yeah.
not my Roderick.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
That's
Well,
true. To this day, that's true. By the way, he's still not my Roger. And I've got Diary of a Wimpy Kid 1 and 2 on DVD, baby.
The only ones that exist.
Yep.
I think that guy's still writing books, and I think he's still in the same grade too, probably.
He is.
at the
Damn, I think I was younger than him when I first read the first book, and now
He
I'm
was making.
older than him.
Look, man. If it makes you money, just keep your kid protagonist in a constant purgatory loop of in the 8th grade all the time, no matter what.
Dude, I wish I could be a multi-millionaire drawing stick figures.
Oh God, right?
I'd be a billionaire if I could make money doing that.
Yeah, I would have 42
Just
books a
crank that
year.
shit out, yeah.
Just flip
Go,
books.
go.
Dude, if I could monetize the Stickman battles, I've got a whole notebook where every page is just a Stickman board. I was really bored in school.
There's an animation software called Pivot, which you can use to animate those stick figure.
Oh yeah, I've seen
Yeah, you should pivot to that from your notebook. It'd be great.
Oh.
I used to make all kinds of wacky animations in Pivot when I was a kid.
I really liked Flipnote Hytena. That was the only animations I ever did.
Oh man,
Flipnote Studio.
Flipnote Studio was great.
Or Studio.
Yeah, Hytena was the
Oh, that was the chat, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was where you could look at other people's amazing
Oh, yeah.
and download them. I'm still bitter about Hytena closing down because they closed it down on my birthday.
Oh.
I'm still bitter about that.
How dare they try to ruin
Just
my
know
birthday?
it was completely targeted against you.
Yeah, it was specifically for you.
And I remember hopping onto Hytena that day. I was excited to do my daily dose of looking at Hytena. It was
Probably did the same thing. Honestly, I love that thing. It was great.
It was great.
I don't think I ever used
it.
Well, Jack, you're just missing out then.
Did you even have a DSi?
Yeah, he did.
No, I had a DS and then a 3DS.
Ah.
I had a DSi XL.
Wow.
I was super fancy with that.
I got a 3DS XL.
Yeah.
Gavin, did you also have just a normal ass DS2, which you would hand
Sure did.
out to Riley whenever we played Mario Party?
Well, I wasn't going to give him my DSi XL. I was going to use that shit. I'm pretty sure that DS I gave him, I used a toothpick as a stylus and scratched the shit out of the screen, too.
I don't recall that, but I do recall borrowing people's DSs so that I can play the sweet, sweet Nintendo on the bus.
Those were the days, man.
Wow, that makes you sound really old. Playing Nintendo.
I'll play Nintendo.
The way you said that make you sound old.
Is it because I said Nintendos?
Yes. Yes.
Well, it was the plural. We played Mario Kart DS.
I love playing the Pokemons.
And we played the Mario
I love playing
Party
the
DS.
Pikachus.
Yeah. You guys ever watch the Goku? It's great stuff.
The Goku, the Naruto.
Guys ever watch that Naruto?
Naruto.
I got the running.
Have you kids seen this amazing anime? It's called The One Piece. I can say that one because it's actual English words.
Trailer for an animated movie called Sausage Party. We should go watch it, Sonny.
What?
That happened. I worked in the theater, and there was old people, and they took their grandchildren to see Sausage Party because they had no idea what it was. And they came out very shortly after.
Like I said, that was my favorite part about going there.
Oh, you know,
that and Rango, I think. They said one swear word to keep their PG rating, and a bunch of moms were like, "What the fuck?"
I remember enjoying Rango. I remember that one. I think that was pretty good.
Not the Austin from our podcast, but you guys know the other Austin from high school.
There's like 3 or 4 Austins.
Fat Austin.
Big Austin.
Apparently, he went to the movie theaters to see Ted with his younger sister and his parents, and they had to leave halfway through because it was Ted.
Oh my gosh.
Surprised they made it that far.
Why are parents not even trying to look at what they're going
it says R-rated.
Yeah.
And if you see one commercial, or one advertisement, you'll know.
Yeah.
Who watches advertisement?
Yeah.
How would you learn about the movie then?
Riley, did that happen with you?
My brother. My parents took my little brother to I don't know what date night, quote unquote, and they took him to the movie Paul.
Why are they dating your little brother?
No, he was too young to get to have a he needed a
Too young to
babysitter.
date adults too, I think. At that point,
he was too young to stay home by himself, so they took him to the movies, and the movie they went to go see was the hit movie Paul. I believe it was unrated in theaters.
Oh, Paul was great.
And they they weren't expecting something, but I believe they stayed the whole time, so I don't think they left.
They weren't expecting the scene where the guy grabs Paul's balls.
No, they're like, "Oh, this will be great for us three."
A young developing mind.
It's for it's got an alien. He loves aliens.
Who doesn't love aliens?
Oh.
Yeah.
I've seen like one clip of that online. I've never seen it the whole movie.
It's pretty good.
I liked it.
I've seen the rated R version, which I think they've censored a bit. I think to answer Jack's question about why don't people see the commercials.
I had a question.
Yeah, why people don't see the commercials. If it's rated R, they're not going to see the commercials of rated R movies like on Nickelodeon. So I'm assuming, if they're...
They tell you the ratings at the movie theater.
That's why you're not a shit parent, and you just look it up a little bit. Just a little bit. 5-minute clip. You want to watch this
on
movie?
top
Okay,
of that,
1 second.
they aren't going to be airing trailers for movies like Sausage Party or Ted on Nickelodeon.
Exactly. That's where I was trying to get at. They probably wouldn't see the commercials.
Yeah, but then how would they know about the movie if they didn't see the commercials then?
I can tell you how, because I know.
Oh, yes, we got
the amount of... Yeah,
Insider
you've got an
track
insider.
right here.
You got an
The amount of
inside
people-
track, yeah.
The amount of people that solely just drive by the theater to see what posters are put up is astonishing. Because when we didn't have it right one time, and something was wrong with them where we didn't have posters, the amount of old people that came in complaining was unreal.
Like, where's the posters? Are you not putting posters out there anymore?
It's like, no, we're just really busy. We haven't gotten to it yet.
Go to
Sorry.
You know what? If it pisses you off, we'll stop.
Actually, at the theater here,
Great.
where I live currently, there was a lot of people that got mad when they stopped. They used to have the big marquee that was really up high, and so they'd have to have the kids that work there would have to get a big ladder and get up there and change all the letters to change like the movies and the show times.
Sure.
And then we stopped doing that and just had like some posters that were along the wall outside the building. And we had people that complained about that too because they said, well, now I can't see it from the four-way stop on the road. Now I have to come into the parking lot to see.
Oh no, we have to draw your business into the building.
Yeah, well, no, they didn't have
That's
to go in
really
the
going
building.
to
They
change
just
our
have to
mind.
drive by like the side of the building, but they wanted to be able to see it from the road. And we're like, well, like we're tired of doing that in 20 below when everything's full of ice, so we stopped putting them up there.
Get
And they didn't like that
I don't
very
know what to tell you.
Did you ask them that they can start working part-time to put it up?
Here's an application, go put them up. No, we never did that, but yeah, you'd be amazed the amount of people that just solely know what movies are in there because they drive by and see what posters are on the building.
That's interesting,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
I
Like, they
never
don't.
did that.
I've never done that either. But, it confuses me, like, people going to
I've done that a
Walmart
couple
and
times.
not having a plan. I don't understand, like,
Oh,
quote-unquote
you
shopping.
mean all women?
My shopping is as I walk into the building, like, okay, I need to go to this aisle and get this, and then I'll go to this aisle.
just-
Yeah, I know my whole
And then I
route.
go, fuck out. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, my shopping
Like
is.
next by walking.
My shopping is. I just go aisle. I just go to each aisle once, see if there's anything I want. If there isn't, buy. If there is something I want,
Wait, so
I
you just
grab
go there and like not get anything and leave? Sometimes is that
No.
what you're saying?
it. No, there's usually stuff that I am going to get, like bread and cereal and all that good shit.
Yeah, so you have a
in
general
case-
plan. What I get
but just in
confused
case
about...
There's like chips.
It's
or
like,
something.
oh, we need groceries. Let's go see what we need.
No,
at
no,
Walmart.
even worse. Some buddies in college were like, well, we don't have anything to do, so we're just going to go drive to Walmart. We'll just walk around for a bit. And then they just walk around for like 2 hours, not get anything, and leave. And I'm like,
In
you
their
can't
defense,
do that.
be really cool to do when Walmart was 24/7. Yeah, that kind of got ruined.
Yeah, I went on a couple pseudo dates like that.
Riley, I don't know if you
let's
understand.
go walk around.
Crazy shit that you would see at like 2 a.m. at a Walmart was 100% worth the drive. I'm talking like I saw a dude in a like actual like costume. He had like an alligator costume on, walking around Walmart. At, like,
it's just his
was
pajamas.
it a costume or was it like pajamas, like a onesie pajama thing?
I don't really know.
Okay,
I'm assuming it was maybe just a onesie, but it, like
You didn't get close enough
on the floor. No, I didn't. Really
wait, he was. Wait, did you just say he was on the floor?
He was crawling like an alligator, really getting his
tail of whatever he was wearing, costume or pajamas. The tail of it,
the tail of the floor.
Walmart floor. Like,
I wouldn't want that to drag on a Walmart floor or parking lot for that matter.
Yeah, would you want it to drag in like a Denny's, like
an alligator, not a dragon?
For my own safety and sanitation, I did not go near the individual. But
yeah, for your own safety, fair. My brother worked at retail store. I don't know. It wasn't Walmart.
Hey, I did that too.
We joked that he was a stalker because he stocked shelves. So yeah, he had a lot of stories that he got
stalking people.
People seem to walk up to him and ask him like, "Oh, do you know where this thing is?" Apparently, that's like the worst thing to do for night shift stalkers. Yeah, you don't want to mess with the night shift stalkers, man. They're grumbly at best.
For some reason, that does not make me any more intimidated of your brother at all. Like, not even a little bit.
No, I don't. Yeah, he's not working retail anymore.
Oh,
I know. He finally got out of it. He's like, you know what? It's
here first.
He's no longer a stalker. Yeah.
But I get it. Customer service sucks in general.
Yeah, he didn't like his managers. He didn't like customers coming up to him. He didn't like any part of the job.
I didn't like people at my work, like any of them at all, ever.
I think he had maybe one or two friends for coworkers.
You see, this is why I'm working in the kitchen and not as a waiter. My customer service would be awful.
You don't have to come out of the kitchen and if you get something wrong, you don't have to hand deliver the food.
Personally apologize?
No. Yeah, personally apologize.
Have you ever had a chef come up to you and be like, "Oh, here's your new food that I've remade. Hope you enjoy."
I've seen the movies, Gavin.
Riley, do you think we're run by?
That explains a lot.
Do you think our restaurant is run by Gordon Ramsay or something? like
does Gordon Ramsay do that?
He does it on Hell's
He just yells
Kitchen.
at the chefs.
Oh, you're right. He does. He does have some of the chefs go for like humiliate the chefs by saying they meant.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay, stupid question. Sorry, I'm not. I don't know much about the food culture.
Clearly not.
Especially since you called it food culture. And, the culture of the food is not what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
I don't get restaurant culture. Is that better?
Better, I guess. It's not right, but it's better, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just quickly move on. I'm not gonna get it.
Yep. Take your wins while you can.
Anyways, Jack, you've been avoiding the Japan question. How long?
Yeah. How many panties have you bought out of a vending machine?
Oh man, at least 12.
What was your favorite part of Japan?
Going to Japan.
Yeah.
The plane ride?
Oh.
You liked all of Japan? No.
It was pretty nice.
You got people come up to you to take photos?
No, just the one guy that I know of.
Yeah.
Like I said, Riley, most people in Japan just keep to themselves most of the time.
Gotcha. I must be thinking of some
what
other
I have
places.
Heard. At the first hotel I was at, right next to the train station, they had like a cafe, and they had some like the best pastries I've ever had. It was amazing.
Mm.
And it was like super cheap too.
Is it true that Japanese burgers are smaller than American burgers?
I don't know. I didn't have a burger.
Oh.
You don't go to
burger while you were in
Japan for a burger.
Fine, it's Japanese.
You
Can I
didn't,
get a Whopper?
you didn't go to the American tourist place? Like
The American store?
Yeah, the American
go-
store?
You didn't go to any Western chains to see how different it looks in Japan?
Actually, I did go to Wendy's once, and I will say, while I was ordering, it seemed like they fucking made the food while I was ordering. Because after I hit submit on like the computer screen, they're like, "All right, here's your food." And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Watching you the whole time. So like,
I mean, is that really much different from fast food
That- yeah,
here
that's
in
just-
America?
Yeah, here it takes like fucking 30 minutes.
Well, that's because you have like 13-year-olds trying to make your food.
13-year-olds getting paid.
Yeah, like I clicked
Barely anything.
order, my receipt printed out.
It printed your
and
food
as
out.
As it stopped printing the receipt, I looked
Whoa.
over. It's just like, "All right, here's your food."
And you didn't get a burger from Wendy's?
I got a chicken sandwich. It's
Okay,
not a burger.
Is the chicken sandwich smaller?
No, it was like the same size.
Okay.
And dude, no wonder why it came out right away. Most people are going to Wendy's to order burgers.
Like, yeah, we have 17 of these loaded up already. Let's just give them one of these in the pile.
The pile of chicken
The
sandwich.
one thing that annoyed me at first, but then kind of grew on me, was since like most
No.
Asian people are lactose intolerant, they have fake milk.
Oh.
So the milk tasted kind of chalky, but after a while, it kind of grew on me.
Oh, you like chalky milk?
Yeah, I
Thank
do.
you for a great segue. This is the All Might
All Might
section
yeah. This is
of
the All Might channel
podcast.
now, baby.
The all milk section.
Plus Ultra.
Does this brings a really good question? Does like dairy milk can be considered milk into the all milk?
Yes, because soy milk
Let's
goes.
see here. Since
Riley,
you
I'm
said it was
pretty
non-dairy
sure
milk, I think
So,
it counts
okay,
as
sorry.
milk.
What about like
Okay,
non-milk
Riley,
milk?
Riley, I'm pretty sure
Fake
we've
milk.
established this the very first time we conceived all milk.
You know what?
If we,
this is probably
we,
true.
we
conceived it.
we put in whole milk, we put in skim milk, and I'm pretty sure we threw in like almond milk, soy milk.
soy milk.
Those aren't
Pickle
made
milk.
of dairy, Riley.
Oh yeah, and then we had the whole episode about like weed milk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember that.
You were gone.
were
Yeah,
here
that was
for that.
Okay.
That was like the last 10 episodes.
But anyways, this also means that we got to add the Japanese chalky milk to the equation. Man, all milk's building up quite a resume.
All right. So how many
Quite the
variations
recipe.
can we go then? Can we do milk mixed with things? Like, is white milk and white
Oh.
milk with Nesquik? Are those two different milks
No,
that
it
need to
has
be
to be
added?
like a milk you can buy.
I'm thinking about it.
You can buy
do-
Nesquik milk in a plastic cup.
It's
for
true.
You
all
can
milk?
absolutely do that.
Can you brand all milk like this has 90% of this milk and then 10% of every other milk?
Different
All right,
grades
Riley.
of all milk.
Riley, if we're going,
Yes.
okay, Riley, if we're trying to brand all
Like
milk,
extra
we're gonna have
flavored all milk.
Riley, if we're branding all milk, we'll have to make our own milks. Okay?
Yeah, we'll have to either
Yeah.
pay off every single brand we use and not make any money,
All milk as it is now was just it's just a passion project.
Yeah.
It's something we as the freakouts are very passionate about and strive to create one day
I'm
to
just-
create the ultimate milk.
I was just trying to think of some extra branding or some extra flavor profiles we could do with, every milk.
Oh,
You know
I
what
got
we should
something
do?
to say.
If all 6 of us ever get together again, we should do a challenge where if someone loses,
my
we have to
gosh.
drink all milk.
Oh, I thought the challenge was going to be the all milk challenge.
We'll go out and buy every milk we can find, mix
Yeah.
it all together, and
We got to order online too. We need
gotta
pickle
chug it.
milk.
milk.
As we're
No.
getting ahead of me here, I was.
Oh,
gonna
we got to
say,
get the wheat milk then, baby.
I'm going to be moving in a couple weeks.
Further
Probably
away
for
though,
my
so
It's like a couple of
And-
days.
In a couple weeks.
which is also a couple of days, but more.
True.
Yeah.
And I will be going to the nearby Target, which is across the street from the apartment, and I'm going to be purchasing every kind of milk that I can.
You got to
So,
record
uh,
that.
the first podcast that I am in from
You gotta ship
the new
us a little
apartments,
bit of your
I'm
own
going to be live taste testing the first ever glass of
Ooh.
whole milk.
Oh,
Prototype
I'm
all
probably
milk?
going to spend like $50 on
Prototype.
different kinds of milk, but it's worth it.
Oh my gosh.
this one only had a gallon, and so
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get like a half gallon of like soy milk. And it's like, okay.
What are
And
you
then I'll
gonna do
measure
with-
out like,
what are
a
you gonna-
tablespoon of each one.
What are you gonna do with all the extra milk?
Some of it I'll drink, like like strawberry
Give it away
milk,
to charity.
chocolate milk. Those I can drink.
Yeah, I don't think you can give away opened milk to charity.
I don't think you can.
I don't think
depends
they're
on what
particular.
charity you go to. A homeless
Yeah, they're
man
not-
on the
they're
side
not
of the
big.
road. If he accepts
You
it,
can open
give
a
it to
milk
him.
stand.
Yeah, it's not like a name. It's just like milk.
Yeah, they'll know you as the
Fresh
milkman.
squeezed milk over here.
All milk for sale.
Get your own milk.
You have a list of options, and then the final one is like 13 times the price. It's just all milk.
It says cocktail.
That made me.
Yeah, milk cocktail, 1875.
And the all milk stand made me remember something that happened to me like probably 2 years ago now, because I
This sounds
still
like a
live-
traumatic story.
No, it's just one which
Having the
no.
flashback scene.
no, it's just a little
Oh
bit.
God!
No, it's just a little
Oh,
bit.
the
of
milk!
regret.
Oh God!
I was riding my bike to pay to the area where High V and stuff is at, because that's where all my bill payment stuff was at the time. So I was
cool.
riding my bike down there, and along the way, there was a girl who's like,
I
"Lemonade,
like girls.
you want some lemonade?" I'm like, "Oh no, sorry, I gotta do stuff. If you're still around, I'll buy someone on my way
Oh.
back."
Oh
What the
gosh.
fuck is
So I-
evaporated milk?
That's just
Yeah,
milk that's been
it's-
evaporated. Obviously.
Yeah, it's milk
I'm
that
in-
you add water to drink.
It's in a
I'm
can.
in the middle of a story, Jack.
Yeah, Jack. Wait your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I rode over, paid my bills, and I was on my way back. There was no more lemonade stand. They were done selling lemonade.
Oh, you disappointed her so bad that she was like,
She closed up
I
shop.
disappointed
Nobody
her.
can say that.
I disappointed her. I disappointed myself. And I'm just a teensy bit bummed that, man, not only could I have made a kid a little bit happy, but I also could have got some lemonade.
I have a story about kids wanting things and me not giving it to them.
Yeah.
I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Me and Maddie went for a walk. We went for a 2-block walk.
Okay.
And this kid, like I heard steps behind me, so I looked back, and it was about, I don't know, half a block back. There was a kid walking down, the same sidewalk. I was like, okay, there's a kid there, quick kid, and he waved, and then he like sped up and got closer and closer, and he was like, "Hi guys," and I'm like, "Hi," and then kept walking, and then he was like, "What's your name?" Like,
Oh my gosh.
told him our names and kept walking as he got closer and closer, and then he was like, "Hey guys, got a question?" Sure, go ahead. Do you guys have a fishing pole I can have for like a day?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, we have enough fishing poles for us and a spare one, but I wasn't gonna tell him that. It's like, no, we don't have any.
We only have ice fishing poles.
That.
Sorry.
That's exactly what I told him.
No.
Yes, I told him my grandpa has some, but I think they're ice fishing poles, so they don't count. Believe it or not.
What if he
Oh
come
my
back and said, "That worked"?
gosh.
I would have been
Holy
like,
smokes.
no, and then kept walking.
Oh,
So yeah, Riley, good fucking protection on that one.
That like about a month ago now, like there was this festival going on for some reason.
Yeah.
In the month of July, that's the time where
the summer festival.
I just went to a thing.
that's the time where they decided. July's the month where they decide to host a fuck ton of events.
yeah, 4th of
They
July, summer.
schedule all their event shit
Yeah,
in
I'm
July.
glad they scheduled that event, the 4th of July. I'm glad they schedule that every year.
Yeah, they got to.
No, I'm talking about shit that happened on like July 4th. There was the art festival. There was another one that happened like in the middle of the month.
There was a bunch of explosions everywhere. I don't know what that one was. But...
And then there was one. And then there was one that happened just the other day. So
Yeah? Is it
yeah,
the one I went to?
I
Is
don't
it
know.
the one
I
with the
didn't go to it.
motorcycles?
I don't know. I didn't go to it.
Oh.
I was riding my bike home because my legs were tired and I just wanted to go home after work.
No,
I
I
just
went to a
thought that they
street
set up
dance.
a bunch of shit in. It was probably like there was music. That's I tell you.
Yeah. Well,
The festival that
Man.
was in the middle of the month. The one I decided to visit just to see what kind of food there was because I didn't get to go to the art festival to see what kind of food was there.
yeah.
No, there was one place which had like it was like fried stuff. And there were funnel cakes, and there was chislic, and there was also corn dogs. So I'm like,
Mm.
you know what? I'll get a corn dog and a lemonade, please. And I'm standing by the truck waiting for my food, and they're like, all right, here you go. And they hand me this foot-long corn dog
Oh,
on
heck
a
yeah.
flimsy stick.
That doesn't go in your mouth, brother.
And the stick was just as long as a corn dog, so it's kind of a pain to eat the
Oh.
thing. There wasn't like a boat that they served it into, like a paper boat. So I was just there holding on to this corn dog in one hand and a lemonade in the other, and I'm like, I gotta ride my bike home. So I had to ride my bike home with my lemonade in my cup holder, which would splash lemonade out every time I hit a bump because he filled it all the way up to the top. And a corn dog, a warm corn dog in my other hand, wrapped in foil, held by like the tiny little bit of stick that wasn't covered up by the corn dog.
You got to get a basket for your bike.
I have a basket. You think I'm gonna put my corn dog in my basket?
Yeah, why not?
You said
I would
had
have just
to...
eaten it first and then went home.
that was my other thing. Like, why
I mean,
you didn't want to eat it there?
my legs were exhausted, and they didn't give me any ketchup.
Oh,
So a break to eat would be perfect for exhausted
but
legs.
no ketchup. They give
No,
you
it wouldn't have been good for exhausted
the
legs
ranch.
because there was nowhere for me to sit.
Could have sat on your
Just-
bike.
Yeah, it's out on your
Or the
bike.
ground.
No, you can't sit on the ground. Gosh.
All right, yeah, I guess you're right. I'm the weird
It
one.
was also hot as fuck, and I didn't want to be outside.
Ah,
Yeah,
now it makes sense.
There's a lot of reasons.
Yeah, they always pick like the fucking hottest 3 days of the year to do that arts festival.
My god!
Every single year.
Yes,
Yeah.
that fucking sucked when I went there. Oh my god!
Yep.
I hope I can make it to the one next year.
It was cool to see some stuff, but oh my god, it was miserable walking.
Yeah.
Try to stay to the shade, but you can't because it's not everywhere.
Oh yeah.
There's no shade, even though there's some trees. But the trees are never in the right spot.
Yeah, there you go.
True.
I didn't realize
The shade.
the temperature in Japan is like the same as where we live. So when I was
Oh.
there, it was like above 90 every single day.
Oh,
And of course, my
gosh,
sister wanted to
damn.
go. She wanted to go to like all these fucking shrines and shit. And one of these
insane.
shrines,
Oh my
we had to
gosh.
like climb a fucking mountain. And dude, I was like dripping sweat.
I mean, I would also want to look at shrines, but god damn,
The hottest
90
day
degrees going up those fucking steps.
Yeah, the hottest day, she had us go up a fucking mountain.
No, thank you. I'll skip that one for today.
Yeah, we went about like halfway up or 2/3 of the way up, and I was like, okay, there's like a house here with some ice cream. We can have some ice cream, and I'm going down.
They had like a halfway station point.
For all the fat Americans who can't make it up the steps.
Hey, that's a good tourist.
Well, the view
attraction right
was
there.
the best view spot was only like halfway up, so there was really no point in going all the way up, just other than saying you went all the way up. So it didn't even really matter.
Jack, I don't know.
And
if
the
I
further
believe
up you went, the more fucking disrepair the shrine was.
Because all the repairmen didn't want to go up that high.
Yeah. What were you saying, Max?
I don't think I believe you went to Japan. Your sister doesn't have a single picture of you in her Japan photos.
I think that's more on Jack.
Yeah. I think there was like 3 photos of us.
In existence.
I was in 3 photos.
And all
In
3 of
existence, yeah,
them were with
probably.
the Harry Potter guy.
It's the Harry Potter guy, yeah.
Well, no, he has his own set of photos. You know, we'll have to look for
Yeah, he
look
did
through the
a,
entirety of
photos you have
Japan
to
to
pay
find
for,
those.
yes.
just look up selfie Japan.
Yeah, Japan
Harry
selfie
Potter.
with Harry Potter.
You'll find
I
it.
was like, oh, I wonder if I can see, a modern picture.
Turns out
of
that
Jack.
guy's like
Surely
a
there's
really
some in
popular
those posts
influencer
you-
or something.
Jack's just in the background.
No,
I'm about to believe
it wasn't in the background. He was right next to me.
You put his arm around your shoulder
No, I was sweating, Riley. It was like 90 degrees.
as Harry Potter
I was sweating
does.
every single day.
I bet.
Oh,
I was
man.
sweating at that dang street dance like profusely, and I was just standing there in front of the speakers.
Oh man, winter can't come fast enough. I tell you
That's
what.
why I love winter. Everybody always
I
dogs on
love
me for
winter.
loving winter.
Winter's
but
so
it's
great.
like,
I
I don't like winter because it's cold as shit, and I don't like summer because
that's
it's
what I
hot.
like about it. I like the
I love
cold.
the cold.
I like spring and I like fall because they're the perfect in between.
You know, you just open your window in nice winter's eve and just get
The
the cool
crisp
air.
air, just like, oh, that feels great to breathe in. I love that.
Yeah.
So good. But the summers,
It's hot.
we have the summer to enjoy winter more.
Yes,
So true.
I agree. It's the only purpose summer holds, except for my birthday.
When you're a kid, the summer holds the purpose of being the time when you don't have to go to school.
When I play Xbox.
It's
with
the
But what
my
about
friends.
snow days? Snow days are
Yeah.
so much better than
Oh
summer
my
vacation.
gosh, you're right.
It's the opposite in Japan, though. They get a month off for summer and like 2 or 3 off during winter.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
neither did I.
Yeah, and they're in the start of their school periods in spring.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Riley knows this, apparently.
Yes. Haven't
Yeah.
you seen the anime?
No, I haven't seen a single one. Not a
Haven't
single
you
one.
seen any anime?
Any
ever?
like
No.
Yeah, and they're all like, oh, finally, it is spring. Time to start school because school starts in springtime. Oh,
They don't.
yeah, all those animes.
haven't
they
you
don't
seen
say
Assassination Classroom?
Yeah, have
I've
you
only seen the first
My Hero
season, 'cause-
Academia.
Yeah.
What? I've only seen the first season of
Yeah, because
Assassination Classroom.
the ending was spoiled for me. I know what happens.
What?
Yeah, what's going to happen? That's
You
stated
knew
from the
what was
beginning.
gonna
What do you
happen.
mean?
Oh.
No, I mean,
Oh, yeah, like that wasn't going to happen.
that
Okay, yeah,
was
sure.
Gosh.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
this
I
thing
saw
which
the
they
clip.
established
There's
as
only
a-
2 seasons, Jack.
I know.
You're halfway
Jack-
there.
Jack, that's no
Uh,
excuse. I spoiled myself on what happens in the end of Assassination Classroom.
I am
and I
pissed
was not affected.
off.
I
because-
still watched it.
I heard something about the manga of fucking Demon Slayer that I just caught up to. Just a fucking huge spoiler for the future, and I'm pissed off about it, but I'm still gonna watch it.
Jack, you spoiled the ending of Dr. Stone season 1 for me. I still finished it.
Yeah, Jack, what the
Yeah,
hell?
that's
Why would you
because
do
I
that?
thought you already watched it, and Cameron spoiled it for me. So
I
was
didn't
just
spoil
saying.
it for you.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. Gavin did. You fucking moron.
Why would I do
What,
that?
what happened is I consensually spoiled it to Gavin because I was like, hey, you want to hear a cool thing? It's kind of a spoiler. He's like, yeah, go ahead. I'm like, all right.
You said it was a small spoiler. That didn't really affect the story.
It didn't affect the whole
It
the story a
doesn't-
whole lot.
It didn't affect
And then apparently, sometime after that, Gavin just completely spoiled it to Jack unprompted.
And then Jack unpromptedly spoiled it to me.
Yay!
Oh, I thought you already knew it though. That
Uh,
wasn't intentional.
No, I didn't read the manga.
The anime didn't even get to that point yet.
Yeah, big spoiler guy. What about you, Max? Did you watch
I've
the show?
seen none of any of what you've just been talking about, nor do I know what any of it's about.
Well, the Dr. Stone is an archaeologist who works on rocks.
He's a doctor.
They just spoil like what kind of rock he finds in the last episode, and he's like,
He finds the Doctor
yeah.
Stone.
he finds a geode,
yeah.
and it's like, well, it's over.
He finds a legendary Doctor Stone.
Yeah, and then Assassination Classroom is about a classroom that gets assassinated. Obviously.
Yeah. They say, wow, this was an assassination classroom. And
Yeah.
credits roll.
And there's aliens. Or just
Anyways,
the one.
Jack.
The
Anyways,
aliens
Jack.
But he wasn't an alien. He was actually an
Anyways,
Earthling.
Jack, you're spoiled by the fact that Toby is actually Obito, and you still watch
Oh
the
my
rest of
gosh.
Naruto. And that's
What a
significantly
spoiler,
longer
man.
than...
That was
Just-
a crazy revelation.
Just spoiled the whole Naruto for Max.
Yeah.
He was
What's-
about to
what's
start
a-
watching it, and now he's
I'll
not.
start any day now.
I've come to learn in my high school experience that whenever I gave a spoiler to Gavin, he would inevitably pass it on to Jack. And I would find out through like the strangest, like unprepared circumstances. Like one
Just
day
like how
I
Jack
tell,
got spoiled. Just
like-
unprepared circumstance.
yeah, like one day I tell Gavin, all right, so this is a bit of a spoiler.
There you go.
Uh,
So he knew that I would spoil it to you right away. So it's his fault.
His
not mine.
master plan.
No, that was the first time. I didn't know you would spoil it to Jack. This is the first time you've ever done this, as far as I'm aware. And then, like, so then I tell Gavin, so Toby is Obito. Yeah, you said you were cool with me telling you this. Okay.
Yes, I was cool with that one. Yep.
Yeah.
I
And
remember
then,
that.
like, later the day, Jack comes to me in the hallway with a big smile on his face, like, dude, Toby is Obito. I get it. What? I didn't tell you that.
Who told you that lie?
I also,
No,
That's
the
a
worst-
lie I tell all the normies. How did you hear it?
I also figured of any like Naruto spoiler, that's like the least consequential and the easily predictable one.
Oh.
I mean, it was
No,
a
the worst-
surprise to me, but I
The
mean,
worst spoiler I've had so far was this year in college. Me and my classmate were talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. I was like, man, I haven't seen second season, so don't say shit yet. I haven't seen second season. He's like, okay, yeah, no worries. 5 minutes later, he's like, hey man, what'd you think about when this guy died? And I was like, oh my god, are you
Oh,
serious?
Jeez, you spoiled the show for
I
me.
still haven't.
I
I
haven't
still haven't
seen
seen
it.
this. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet either.
Leave it out when he says this guy for the video.
I'll just put
I caught
this
up
guy
with-
over it. It'll be perfect.
Okay. I caught up with Jujutsu Kaisen's manga, and I have to say, shit is crazy right now.
I still haven't
The anime
started
was
it.
pretty insane.
That's why I finished Attack on Titan, because I was like, man, I don't want this kid spoiling another
I still
fucking
gotta
show.
do that, man.
I didn't finish Attack on
I
Titan.
spoiled
and
Attack on
probably
Titan
never
for
will.
myself, so I
Yeah, because you started with episode fucking 24 instead of 1.
I started with the season 1 finale.
Why would you do
That
that?
was the first time I was new to Netflix. It said start from beginning. I thought it was going to start the series from the beginning, not the single
Whoa.
episode.
This is a lot to
The
take
episode
for
you were
your
covering
first
over.
episode.
I was
I
really
spoiled-
confused.
I spoiled bits and pieces of Mushoku Tensei for me.
Oh,
Oh, that's
By
great.
the way, I have to say, I came in like I've heard nothing but like bad things about Mushoku Tensei.
It's just the main character that I've heard bad things about, which is
Yeah,
good
yeah,
for a
is that
reason.
one?
basically that.
a jobless
with the-
reincarnation.
Yeah.
Oh,
With
I
that
like
blonde,
one.
Yeah.
blonde guy.
And I decided to watch it, give it just to see, all right, what kind of shit show is this? And I got fucking hooked by episode 2. I'm like,
It was
all right,
good. I enjoyed it.
All right, main
It's good, except for the main
I think it's great.
character. Yeah.
Rudy is aside, this is a
If-
pretty goated like isekai.
I
There's
think
other problems
If
I
the
have
main
with it,
character was isekai at a younger age, I'd be much more okay
Yeah.
with a lot of the things he
Hmm.
did.
yeah, there's a lot
Yeah.
of like weird age.
Yeah,
gap
he's just a
stuff with this
weirdo.
show.
Yeah.
But
Otherwise, I
he
thought it was fine.
he
Yeah.
gets better throughout the show, and that's what's keeping me locked in.
I need
It's
to
not
catch
just-
up to
It's
that.
character
it's not-
growth.
It's not like he's Kazuma, where he's a shithead throughout the entire story. He
Well,
grows.
Cosmo's like a different kind of shithead, though. This guy's like a.
Yeah, Konosuba is one of those shows where everyone's a shithead.
Yeah.
That's part of the appeal.
Okay,
Yep.
to attempt to bring Max back into the conversation, let's swap off from anime.
Fair.
I know Jack brought it up because he went to Japan, but what about your
Japan
Ireland?
is only anime and nothing
Uh,
else. Yep. As we all know.
Yep, only anime.
Yeah.
What
What
about-
were you asking, Max?
And nuclear radiation.
Sorry, I was asking Jack his second half of his trip, his Irish.
Which one?
twin.
The Irish? Oh yeah.
Part 2.
Because to bring Max back into the conversation, how was your trip, Jack?
Well, Max might know a bit more of Ireland.
It
than
might relate
anime.
to Irish culture than Japanese culture. Yeah.
I think I'm like 1% Irish, so I got that.
There you go. That's 1% more, baby. Riley's doing
And we're there.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Uh,
Proceed.
yeah. Jack. Ireland, go.
Yeah.
Dead relatives and whatnot, go.
I mean, I don't really do much touristy things because I've been there quite a bit, so I don't
Yeah,
know what you
what's-
want me to
what's-
say.
What's good
Yeah,
about
what's a day-
Ireland in summer?
I mean, I think the weather's like perfect over there.
Rainy?
Rainy.
It's not like rain here where it fucking downpours. It's like
Yeah, it's not a monsoon.
nice
it's a
rain.
drizzle.
It's like what
Yeah.
it's been today all day.
I actually,
Oh, yeah,
I haven't
we got
gone
four
outside
inches
today,
here.
so
Oh, well,
I actually don't mind the rain.
I should have guessed.
I do like rain.
It's been
Yeah.
spitting all day today.
yeah, it's like a nice rain, and it's also a lot colder, and there's no
Mm.
humidity, so it's nice.
Well, they're an island,
No
right?
humidity.
Yeah,
Now you got my attention.
That sounds pretty good.
That gets every Midwesterner a little bit more rock hard Midwestern.
Yeah.
You know, that's
I
an
mean, it's so
association.
true though.
Yeah.
Like I went to Arizona and I was like, wow, I go in the shade and the shade is actually cool. Amazing. It's not just
decent.
hot but less light.
Yeah.
I don't have to sweat in the shade anymore.
it's hot, but there's no sunburn.
Yep.
Oh man, sunburns are off.
I wish I could get tan. I wouldn't mind sunburns if I could actually get tan.
Yeah, I don't really get tan.
I just get red. Yeah,
Yeah, red, and then the red goes away, and I'm back to white.
I usually don't stay out in the sun long enough for me to get sunburns.
I did some summer
You
work.
did some what?
I did some summer work once,
Oh,
pollinating corn. And
oh,
so I
my
was
dad
out-
did that. My stepdad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was really fun, and it was must have been a couple weeks during the summer, and it's the only time in my life I've ever tanned, and I was tan after it finished for 2 days, and then I was back to pasty white. And I was so curious, I looked it up. Redheaded people like genetically cannot tan. Like you can't
Oh
hold a tan
my
no matter
god.
what.
So the slight redheaded genes that me and Jack have, where our beards turn red, is also keeping our skin. Okay.
Yeah. That may sure.
Like I had like a little bit of a farmer's tan going. By the end of the weekend, it was gone.
Ah.
It's like my body was on a mission, and its sole mission was get rid of that tan as fast as possible.
One day you were checking out your sweet farmer's tan in the mirror, like, ooh, man, I can't wait to
Wow.
look at. I can't wait to flex my muscles to this the next day.
There were no.
Yeah, no, you're making a lot of assumptions here.
And then you woke up from your dream and you're like, oh no.
Man, tan and muscular.
Oh no! At least,
You know what's crazy?
at
I
least
thought
I'll
it-
still have my tan. Oh no!
Oh,
I think about this every now and again. The one
Oh.
house that I lived in for a couple years in
was
hometown,
muscular?
the house was not muscular, Gavin.
Oh.
I'm sorry to say.
It was a muscle
But-
house.
I
Ah.
almost don't remember the bathroom, which I find to be crazy. Like I think back and I'm like, did I look at my tan in the mirror? And like I think about it sometimes. I'm like, I don't remember the bathroom.
Do you
Like, I
You're
was in
right.
there
I'm
every
thinking
day.
about my old houses right now, and I'm like, wow, the bathroom is kind of fuzzy in my brain. Every
Yeah,
other
like
room
I'm
is
like,
pretty okay.
I'm like, where was the toilet? Is that where the toilet was? Like I actually can't really remember.
do you
that's
normally
crazy.
I
think
rem-
about like The
I
bathroom?
didn't think
See,
about it till
the
now.
reason I think
I'm
about
not
these things a
having-
lot is I genuinely have issues where I sometimes can't
I have
remember
issues, guys.
which. Yeah, I have a lot of issues. I sometimes can't figure out what high school certain memories are from. I'm like, was
Hmm.
this from high school 1 or like
Or high
what group
school
did this
10.
happen?
Uh,
Yeah,
You
like I
get the
can't.
thing where you take a nap and you're
I
like,
have a
did
fair-
the things that happened before the nap happen yesterday or today?
Or is
I
that a
have a-
dream?
That's what I get.
I have a fairly clear mental image of what almost every room of every house I've lived in's like layout looks like.
I
So,
think
so
I-
I don't
for
have,
you.
I don't remember my like.
though that said, anytime I have a dream where I'm in one of my quote unquote houses, it's like a weird
Yeah, it's never
blended
right.
mix
Yeah.
of every house I've ever lived in.
No matter how much your brain knows about your house, it can never recreate it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I watched a couple YouTube shorts about backhoe machines today.
It's
and now
just
my
like
entire YouTube feed is just backhoe JCBA.
it's just like when you have a
Through
dream. It's just like when you have a dream. I'm pretty sure. Well, at least for me, every single dream is in a house or a place I've been to.
Mm, that's
No,
likely, but
no,
that's
not me.
Not every dream. Maybe
I've been in an airplane that crashed into a skyscraper once. and
I
that was-
went-
and then neither of those.
I went rock
before.
climbing once. We all know that didn't happen.
I remember when I was a kid, I had a dream where I was loaded into like an Apache attack helicopter, and as we came up into the air, like
Uh-huh.
the
I
states
like to
were,
come into the air
like,
too.
all the states were like different colored, like they are on like the maps, and they
Yeah.
all had eyes.
Oh
So
my
weird.
Oh, I
gosh.
don't like that.
That's why he was in the helicopter.
And I'm pretty
Just to
sure
get rid of the eye states.
I wouldn't live in a state with an eye in it.
and I'm pretty sure I woke up after that one.
You turn okay.
Yeah.
When the big old meteor hit the ground, why did the dinosaurs jump?
So true.
Do you know what one of the worst parts about dreaming for me is?
Waking
the
up.
Waking up.
Yeah, it's a specific type of waking up. It's when you wake up and you know that you had a cool ass dream, but you can't remember anything about it other than
Well, I
the
always
fact that
remember
it was
my
cool.
dreams.
You don't.
I
You could
never-
try doing a dream journal. That could help you start remembering.
I dream
started,
like
I
once
started a dream
every 3 months.
actually.
I'm
I have
same with you, Jack. I dream like once every 3 months, but I remember them.
No, and then when I do remember them, like the longer the day goes on, the less I remember
That's why you
about 'em.
gotta write them
Mine
down.
stick with me forever.
I write mine down
Yeah.
in Google
As
Docs.
of now, I have a total of 7 dreams logged because sometimes I sleep.
Me too, brother.
Sometimes I sleep multiple times in a day, and that warrants more dream opportunities.
Dream opportunities.
So that sometimes, at least the hope is that'll balance the days where I just don't remember the dreams.
Sure.
Anyways, here's my day 1 dream. Here's dream
Day-
1.
Day one.
Day
Yeah,
one.
Day 1, dream 1. Danger in
All
the
right, straight out of the uterus.
I was.
This is what
I
I
was-
dreamt.
Oh, like
No,
wouldn't you
no,
have
as of-
dreams when you're in the uterus? Because aren't you sleeping in there?
Are you
As
sleeping?
of
Are you?
I was
I don't
fully
know.
awake, I'll have you know.
as of
Gross.
July,
I'm sure you'd be sleeping at some point.
this dream was recorded on
Would you be
July.
awake at any point?
This dream was recorded on July 23rd. I called it "Danger in the House." It's the
Danger
only
in the
dream
House.
I gave a name to.
Oh, I have one dream that I recorded. Go ahead, but
Yeah.
God, mine was
I was-
crazy.
I was in my house. It was storming, but I was also in hiding because someone was after me and it had lightning powers.
Ah,
I had to combat crawl everywhere I went in order to escape. While this dude was zapping everything with his lightning abilities trying to find me. That's basically what that dream amounts to.
I know Gavin wants to tell one, but I've got a pretty
Yeah, I've got.
funny section.
I think
One
I
of my
actually physically wrote it down instead of writing it down in my phone notes because I was so frantic. So I don't think I have it anymore, which sucks because it was so wild and so crazy and so nonsensical.
Do you remember it?
I remember very few bits and pieces.
Should I go since it's going to be quick? Since I have a few things that Max can go.
Go for it.
Yeah.
All right. So what I remember is I'm in a room, and it's like a room that you would see a cartoon like baby's room almost. It's like very colorful, very this and that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I'm about the size of a thumb in a spaceship whirling around. And there's a large man in the middle who's very flexible trying to get me.
Oh my gosh.
And I know if he gets me, the world will end, but if I make it to the light at the top of the room, the world won't end and everything will be okay. And then that's about all I remember. I wish I could recall the details, but
that's a combination of two of my favorite types of dreams. The dreams where you just kind of scene transition into other places with no like in between time of going to the places, and the types of dream where you just know something bad's gonna happen when this thing happens, but there's no reason why you should know. You just do.
It's just in your brain, and it is a fact.
Yeah.
I just like how blind people have the ultimate hack where there hasn't been a single recorded case of a blind person having schizophrenia.
Oh, I thought you were going to say there's not a single case of a blind person getting in a car accident.
I hope not.
Max, you added dreams?
Yes, I write them down in as much detail as I can. So I'll just tell you a section of the first chunk because I always find it comical. I think at some point I might have read it off, so let me know if it's a repeat. But the gist of the dream, to give you a tiny bit of backstory, is that it was apparently this class I was in college, and you had to go to a foreign country 2 times during that semester. So that's why this was happening. And so this class finished, and I really enjoyed the class, and I decided I really wanted to sneak back into the country I had visited with this girl from the class. Now, the country in question was just called Korea. There was no distinction between North and South Korea. It just said Korea.
Just Korea.
But it was, I wrote down in here, it was referenced as Korea, but it had obvious Japanese elements.
Obvious.
Throughout, and also bits and pieces from the campus I went to. So it was like obviously, it was like comically Japanese, but it was called Korea, and that was what it was.
Classic.
And so we're trying to sneak into Korea, and there's a checkpoint. And the checkpoint for getting into the country is staffed by a bunch of Chinese soldiers. And my response to all of this was to say, this is so fucking un-American.
Oh my gosh.
And then we snuck through the checkpoint.
Oh my gosh.
It goes on from there, but I was like, this is so un-American.
You go to a place which is just every Asian country mushed into one. You're like, so un-American. Where's the patriotism?
The double Korea Japanese styled Chinese checkpoint.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn. Where's my American flags?
I have a rapid fire of like brief inferences of what I remember from the dreams, but I think they get across what the dreams were about. So here's one which says, I was looking for a new couch with Gavin. One that becomes a bed. He showed me tats.
Oh.
Another one was, I forgot most of it, but I cooked eggs at the end.
Oh no.
So, could I share a couple of things? Kind of going behind my fiance's back, but she talks when she sleeps.
Oh.
And I've written down a few things that she said because they were funny.
Oh gosh. Yeah, if you have her permission.
Right,
or you don't or you don't care about
just don't tell her.
Well, she probably
The
listens to the
consequences.
podcast, Jack.
She our one listener? Is that who she is?
Our one true listener.
And she's about, man, we're about to have 0 listeners after this. If that's the case.
I do also
I can-
have some dreams because my resolution for the year was to start a dream journal. So I had started that
Oh, nice.
in
I don't
January,
dream enough to do that.
and then I stopped in when did I stop? May. But that's when I moved, and I didn't really start writing after I moved. But I had
My
some pretty
current-
fun ones.
My current milestone goal for my dream journal is to keep a record of at least one dream from every day in a week. After
Okay.
that, I'll go up to like maybe 2 weeks. But for now, the goal is to keep a consistent log of week-long dreams. Anyways, Riley, what are some spicy, epic dreams you've recorded?
Oh, I thought Gavin was back, but if he's
Oh
not
yeah, I
back,
thought I was, but go ahead.
I could go one here because Gavin had his time to shine. The one that I just laughed at the most is I had been applying to jobs like around January-ish, and then sometime probably in March I was still applying to jobs. It was a tragic time. And I think my dreams were trying to tell me something because I was in a job interview and I thought everything was going great. And I'm like, yep, so here's my resume and I've got all the accolades and whatnot. And and then I said, I forget what I said. Probably should read it again, but I asked I think I asked the questionnaire if he has any questions for me, and then did they just point to a giant sign above me, and apparently I went to go apply to like Colors Incorporated. It was do I have any like downfalls? And I'm like, well, I'm slightly colorblind. And then he points up to the sign that it says Colors Incorporated, and I'm just like, oh. And then that's when I woke up.
That's great. I love that one. Oh my god.
Oh man, that was a great story. I'm like, well, Mom,
Oh.
I think I'm gonna find a job soon.
You know who always had an interesting dream? Austin seemed to.
Yeah, he did
He
have
always,
a lot
he
of.
always had dreams.
Yeah.
He still does, I think.
I mean, I remember at the last thunderstorm, I had a dream about me sitting in the back of a truck while it was driving, and we were driving past a field, and there were just massive koi fish, like bigger than the truck that I was trying to fish for.
The most recent dream in my journal. This is recorded dream number 7. And this one comes in the form of a tragic backstory for a character in an apocalypse setting. I get these types of dreams a lot where it's like I'm watching a show. And I myself am not involved in the dream at all, but I'm watching events play out. So this one was a dude who was it was a zombie apocalypse. He and one of his buddies were out fighting zombies, and they're like, shit, man, we ain't gonna get away from these zombies. So the dude whose backstory this is, he's like, alright, tell my children I love them. You go on ahead. And the other guy was also like, you crazy son of a bitch. And then the guy whose backstory this is, he jumped onto what I can only describe as a giant, like, fucking, whatever you call it, like, process blenders. You know, those blenders which are just like a stick that you, like, stick in, like, a bowl or something.
Oh, Motor and Pestle? Is that what you're talking about?
It was a giant one of those things. He jumped on it, and it flew into a horde of zombies and fucking brutally massacred all of them and himself.
Oh my gosh.
That's all I remember from that dream, though.
What a great adventure.
Well, I could share the most recent thing that Maddie said in her sleep, if we want to hear it.
Yeah, we can go for it. We can end on a high note here.
Sure. So it started out just pure panic. She was like panicking. She like jolted up, right?
Okay.
And that woke me up. And then she says, "No, this isn't it. Don't tell me this isn't Sydney." I was like, "What? What are you talking about?"
Who's Sydney?
And then with her eyes open, she looked at me and was like, "Shut up, Gavin." Like, what do you mean? And she,
Wow, Gavin. I
And
can't
she was
believe
like-
you'd say something so offensive.
and then her response was, "I don't want her to find out. There are things she doesn't need to know." It's like, what's going on?
Dude. What kind of secrets is she keeping from Sydney?
I don't know.
Good thing you're not Sydney. Gosh.
Oh, that's not even the best one. You want to hear You want to hear my favorite one? We can end it on my favorite one.
Sure,
Yeah.
Max isn't back yet either.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
Well, it started out with gibberish. Like I couldn't understand her. Couldn't understand what she was saying. So I was
Naturally.
like, "What?
Humbler.
What the heck did you say?" And she said, "What was it? It's do you something, Grandma." Like she called me Grandma. It's like, "Do you know Grandma? Do you know Grandma?" It's like, "I'm not your grandma, but what do you want?" And she's like, "To clean up." I was like, "Okay, to clean up what?" And she said, like, "The dirty." It's like, "The dirty, huh? What do you mean the dirty, huh?" And she says in a whispered voice after that, "The dirty victim." It's like, what?
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
So, yeah. Apparently her and her grandma were, I don't know,
Up to no good.
up to no good in her dream.
You just have to ask
Maddie-
her grandma.
It sounds like Maddie's got some wild dreams going on.
She's had quite a few talking fits that are not nearly as entertaining, but those two are like top two.
Does she remember her dreams?
No, not at all.
Damn, that's sad.
I know.
Well, now that Max is back, we can start wrapping up the podcast.
Now that Max is here, we can
True.
end it all. Be done.
Yeah, we've
It's
got
time for everyone to leave.
we have a lot of topics we could talk about next time. I wouldn't mind talking about dreams more if we wanted to go into that.
I love time.
We've got that amazing group meetup we're doing. We talk about that. It'll be our fourth year
Tell them to go to the
anniversary.
Together channel where we're gonna post all the games we play. Right?
This
Right?
is the Together. What are you? What?
Oh, is this?
Oh, yeah. I guess this was.
I'm
on
talking about when I,
Spotify.
posted
Yeah.
to Spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for trying to make me look stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's also going to be the 4-year anniversary of the podcast.
Damn, we have like what, 6 episodes?
Let's see. This would be
Our yearly
60.
cadence dropped off. Yeah.
this will be our 46th podcast. So
What?
we're catching up.
I thought we hit our 50th already. Am I?
No, we haven't hit 50
Crazy?
yet.
Oh.
Yep, going crazy, Gavin.
It's almost one a month.
What? One a month?
What?
Yeah, I guess one a month since the beginning. When the original goal was what?
Are we?
Once a week.
Are we having a period? What's going on?
I think it was once every other week, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were
So
going to
it's-
do 2 monthly. Every other week was the main goal, and then that got, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a few things we could talk about next week. Any that should be the starting topic, or should it just be something completely different,
Something what?
or something completely different?
I mean, it can be like normal where we have a topic and then almost talk about it and then talk about a bunch
Yeah.
of other things.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
We talked about our topic today in depth.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Everybody agrees.
Don't.
Okay, should we just go with dreams then? Everybody happy with that?
I
Yeah,
like
that
dreams.
works.
Yeah, let's try
Go with
dream.
the
I'll,
dream.
I'll see if I
yeah.
have a singular dream from here. to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
next podcast.
Write your dream
We can
down.
talk about it then.
And then
yeah.
If
put-
I have a dream.
Put your dreams in the comments. It'll be
Oh,
great,
yeah.
and then we'll read them.
Ooh, engagement.
Everybody loves engagement.
Yes. Okay. Well, that is all for this time of the podcast. And with that, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.